How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up, going up in price. And one of them on here, almost 400%. Yes, 400%. This is the book that should be on everyone's #1 must-get list. This should be in every single person's collections, you know, big or small. This should be the one. If you only have a comic book collection of one, this should be in that collection. I will get to that in a second. Before I do, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. That'll help out the channel. So let's get into it. First up is Firestorm, #1. A 9.2 is up 141% from $41 back in September and now averaging $99. A 9.4 is up 10% from $121 back in November, now averaging $133. And then a 9.6 is up 16% from $215 on average in November, now averaging $250. You can look at that graph there and you can see like it obviously got to get kind of a big boom back in 2014. I think that's when the Flash had Firestorm on and then kind of went down a little bit, and this slowly has been steadily going up ever since. So yeah, this it's interesting. A lot of DCs didn't really get the comic boom because a lot of new collectors came into it and a lot of people just know, like Marvels, they tend to be more popular. And then the DC heroes that people do know are Golden Age, and then they're like millions of dollars. They're way too expensive for most people. So it just lends itself to like Bronze Age and Silver Age lend itself to the price point that was perfect for like new people to get in to start investing in comic books and stuff like that. It gave a huge surge. Firestorm, I mean, as far as like news, who knows if there's going to do anything beyond. I think he's in the Flash TV show still. I think it's on its final season. Not entirely sure what they're going to do with that. I'm pretty sure it's final season. But beyond that, no real news. But as you can see, it's just steadily going up. Obviously got a huge boost and then just, slowly climbing, which is a good thing. That's what you want. You want steadily going up. All right, next on everyone's want list, Barbie #1. A 9.4. Back in July, it was averaging $79, now up to $144. That is up 82%. But here it is, big one. A 9.6. The last one to sell was back in 2020 for $50. One recently sold for $249. That is up 398%. And a 9.8 sold on average back in October for $180. Now one currently sold for $199. That is up 11%. That 9.8, that was mine. I think I showcased it on the show when I do my back from CGC or whatever show I do. I think that was in there. And someone picked up $199. I don't think that was the record price, but record price in the last year or so. So hey, record broken. But as you can see, it's up 400% from back in 2020, selling for $50. Someone bought a 9.6 for more than a 9.8. Now, should everyone get this? I don't know. If you like Barbie, sure, why not? This is the only reason why this is actually selling is because there's a Barbie movie coming out. The trailer dropped, I don't know, a month ago or so. But yeah, that's about it. So beyond that, if you look at the graph before, it's pretty much around $100 for 9.8, and now it's like doubled. Is this going to be one of those books that I'm sure it's going to show up on someone's list of like, oh, you got to get this book? If you like Barbie, sure, right? But there's a better Barbie to get. I think the one from 1960 something, 63, 64, I have no idea, 68. I think it's called Barbie and Ken. That's a better book to get. I mean, with Barbie, there is still the name, so you still have some recognition. But as you can see, before this movie came out, the book was pretty much around $100, maybe $125 for a 9.8, somewhere around there. It's not really going to go to the moon or anything like that. There's a ton on eBay. You can get them at any point you want. This just happens to be kind of a fluke because one didn't sell for almost 2 years and someone sold for $50. Now it's selling for $250. So you don't really need to go out and get it unless you like Barbie. All right, next we got Omega Man #1. This is the first appearance of Lobo. A 9.4 is up 17% from 113 to 132. A 9.6 is up 13% from 150 to 170. And a 9.8 was averaging a few months ago for 337, now up to 384. That is up 14%. As you see, the graph just kind of shot up. The reason why it shot up is because Jason Momoa the whole DCU is gone. And Jason Momoa is going to now be Lobo, which I think he would actually be a pretty good Lobo. I think this is a good book regardless. Now, obviously, Lobo was much more popular back in the 90s than he is today. That's just a fact. He kind of had embodied what was going on in comics in the 90s during that time. And yeah, but I still think this Lobo still, still kind of has a decent name behind him. And then once the movie come out, he's just gonna, and I think Jason Momoa will knock it out of the park. I'm pretty sure. I think he's just going to become a household name. And I just think this is a good book. Now, the only things you have going against it is a newer book. I don't mean it was newer as in a few years ago. I mean, what is this? I think the 80s or something like that. And it's really easy to find in a decent grade. So if you do get it, I would highly suggest like a 9.6 or a 9.8. I still think this is a good book long term. If you look at way back in the day, it was on for like $50 for, up to like $70. And then it just steadily has been going up for the last, from 2011, it's steadily going up, having highs, doing lows, but steadily going up this entire time. I think this is a good book. You look at the trajectory, you can't go wrong with this book, I think. Next, we got DC Comics Presents number 87. A 9.4 is up 13% from $70 to $79. A 9.6 is up 21% from $84 to $102. And a 9.8 is up 25% from $280 to $351. This was on a top of 10 list of, I think, Key Collector or something like that. I can't remember. I have not the slightest idea why this is going up. This is, I think, Superboy Prime or something like that. It's other alternate universe type thing. Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, it is going up across the board, so I can tell you that much. But is it one of those things that you should run out and get? It's going to be a huge mover. No, even whatever's going on, if it's some TV show or some movie that's having this thing, it's just a small story iteration it's not long lasting, in my opinion. All right, last up is All-Star Comics, or All-Star Western number 10. An 6.0 is up 11% from 350 to 387. An 8.0 is up 53% from 444 to 680. And then a 9.0 is up to 1100 from 825. That is 33%. This is the first appearance of Jonah Hex. Now, if you guys remember, before Thanos with Thanos, whatever that guy's name is, literally had it and lost it. Josh something. Anyways, Josh, dang, whatever. Anyways, before he was Thanos, he was Jonah Hex. I think so he went kind of Thanos, Cable, Thanos, Jonah Hex. So he was Jonah Hex, and with Maven Fox, I think I fell asleep during that movie. I don't know. I don't even really remember it. I remember it being short. But anyways, this is his first appearance. I think this is a good book. This is actually kind of hard to come by. It doesn't come up that often. I mean, I'm not saying it's rare by any means, but it's not common. I'll put it that way. And, this is a good book. It's been going up steadily. As you can see, it didn't get a comic boom. Like, that's the thing with like these DCs. They didn't really get the comic boom, but they've just been steadily going up. You look at any DC I've really showcased from the Bronze and Silver Age, for the most part, Silver, like the Neil Adams Batman stuff, it's just been slowly going up. I think those are great books. I think like Neil Adams on some top 10 list that I did. This is a good book regardless. That'll be it. Have a great day.